Now, Denmark has started opening schools and daycare centres for younger children as well after a month-long lockdown. This comes as the first step to the gradual relaxation of rules imposed in early March. Denmark was one among the first countries in Europe to impose mask restrictions, stringent social isolation policies, public healthcare facilities, work-from-home guidelines and disinfection efforts have helped Denmark restrict the virus's spread. However, critics of the government are sceptical of easing restrictions. Medical practitioners and parents have also raised concerns over the decision to relax restrictions.
First of all, I keep them home not because I don't want to work. The work thing, I think it's really easy to balance with the kids at home, for me at least. We keep the kids home because the situation in the daycares before the COVID-19 outbreak, I don't think that was okay. And the conditions they're setting up now, I think they're even worse.
The government of Denmark is yet to completely draw up guidelines for schools. However, basic guidelines are being followed where children maintain a distance of 1 meter, wash hands at regular intervals, maintain hygiene and also attend most classes outdoor. While some parents have welcomed the move, others have appealed against it.
We talk to some parents who are concerned, but then we tell them that actually we think that we have quite a clean environment in the school, so we don't think they should worry, but it's their choice.
While the Prime Minister has announced easing of restrictions and has reopened schools, many businesses would remain closed till May. Hotels, restaurants, cargo movement and any non-essential shopping place will continue to remain closed until the virus spread drops significantly.
Men det vi ved, og det vi skal blive ved med at basere vores fælles strategi på, det er, at vi skal hindre smitten i at sprede sig for meget og for hurtigt, og især til dem, der ikke kan tåle at blive syge. Og derfor bliver vi ved med at bede jer danskere om at holde afstand til hinanden, men i et heldigvis gradvist mere åbnet Danmark, end det vi har set igennem de seneste 4 år.
Until now, Denmark has had a total of 6,681 positive cases of novel coronavirus. In the last 24 hours, the Nordic country reported just 10 deaths, one of its lowest ever since the pandemic. The total death toll of Denmark has also reached 309. And our correspondent Lucy Huff sent us this report from Brussels.
I think, well, we're seeing those countries that you're mentioning there. Germany, which announced yesterday that it was going to start loosening its lockdown. Some non-essential shops will be able to open from next week, and from May the 4th, schools and colleges and creches will be allowed to reopen. There will be a gradual phase-by-phase loosening of the lockdown measures over the coming months. But as you mentioned there, a ban on mass gatherings until at least August the 31st, so a long wait for particularly the younger generations to have a sense of normality again. Similarly, in Austria this week, after the Easter weekend, some non-essential shops such as bookstores, DIY centres and garden centres, as well as shops selling baby clothes, were allowed to reopen. That's just to make life under lockdown slightly more bearable for people. Austria saying that it is now past the peak and is now starting to see the descent in the number of cases, the epidemic being brought under control there, so they are able to introduce these slight lockdowns. Here in Belgium, however, it's a different situation. We've been told that the lockdown will be in place until at least May the 3rd. There is the possibility of a further extension, but it is at that point that the National Security Council will look to how the lockdown can start to be released here. Similarly here, we've had the opening of garden centres and DIY stores, again, to make life a little bit easier. And Belgium will now be looking as to how it will start loosening its lockdown measures phase by phase. But clearly there is concern, as you were talking about there, about Italy, that any going too quickly will create a second wave of cases. So there are tentative steps from European countries with concern about the economic damage caused by lockdowns that have been in place for as long as 5 weeks in some parts of Europe. So concerns about restarting crippled economies, but also wanting to prevent a second wave of cases.